This is football analysis, and I'm here with
Austin.
And today is the final, and Spain wins it. How do you feel?
Well, as a neutral, I don't feel too bad. Because from the onset, I was Team Portugal, and then they left in the quarters, and then now Spain, that has been like the best team in the tournament, and deservedly they won it. Honestly, they won. They deserve to win it, and they did win it.
But looking at what they played today, do you have anything to say about them?
No. I think whatever it is they did today, they've been doing the entire tournament. You understand? They've been the tempo and the everything that they've been doing the entire tournament. They've retained it in today's game. You understand? Nothing different. I think if not for the game against Germany, they've won every game in regulation time, and they did again in the final. So it's just how they've been the entire tournament, and I'm not too surprised.
And looking at what they played today, I think first half is opposite of second half, because at first half it was only one chance that was created, and one goal on target, which is coming from England. And Spain had 0 shot on target in the first half and had the whole possession but no creativity, towards the final third of the season. And coming into second half, it was a bunch of creative efforts. They made a lot of effort in seeing that they score. They sealed the deal today. Yeah. So how do you feel about the creativity and everything? Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal disturbing the England defense, mounting pressures on them.
Well, okay, let me start first with the first half and then the second half and differences. You see, the first half, England had a game plan. Spain had a game plan. You understand? Now, if you look at the Spanish midfield, you understand? The way they play, that's how Spanish football is. You understand? They like to come in that way of mushroom marking. They come at you once you hold the ball. They come at you to make sure you don't stay more than 1 second with the ball. You understand? So England expected it. So what they did was to make sure the areas where Spain was going to win the ball was far away from their own goal posts. They were making sure even if they are going to lose the ball, let it be in the Spanish half. But immediately into the second half, England were still cold. They were still trying to okay, let's start all over. Let's go back to the norm. You understand? Let's play the way we did in the first half. Why Spain didn't like this? It was as if they didn't even go for halftime. They took it where they stopped. That little seconds in between where England was trying to put themselves together and come back and start the second half, Spain already started. And the mistake and everything just led to the goal. You understand? So, and then if you look at the entire, I think, the Luke Shaw and Kai Walker and even Stones, they did fairly well in marking Yamal and Nico. You understand? Because those guys are very, very fast and very, very, very skillful. So if you are going to mark them, it takes a lot of concentration. And I think if you take that little lack of concentration away at the beginning of the second half, I think the English defense did well. They did well in the game. And well, there's just a limit to how much you can do before mistakes come. And when they come, you can't do anything.
But for me, I feel like England's attack are not working. It's not working at all. It's not working at all. Saka before Kopama wasn't having it. Saka before not Saka Foden before this late hour wasn't having it. Harry Kane wasn't in the game, and it took Gareth Southgate almost 60 minutes to find out that the striker you are using to torment these people is not working. It took him 60 minutes. Harry Kane that should have been out at the halftime, you left him there till 20 minutes more to squander more time. So how do you feel about the England attack? Because I think that was the reason why they lost this game. If the attack had been, working since first half, I think England supposed to have created 2 or 3 chances and even scored 2 at least. To give Spain a match when it comes to their own scoring form.
Yeah. Well, see, I think I noticed something today, and I feel a little bit, what will I say? I think I came late to the party in understanding the way the Southgate wants to play. Today was the first time that I noticed that there were times I've been questioning the way they make their passes centrally. But they like to play this expansionary type of game, you understand? They like to play through the flanks. Not just through the flanks. I'm not even talking about going to the attack in terms of the flank. Even build up. They like to build from the right back, left back, and then build from the width of the field, not from the central area of the field. That was why even when Spain was dominating the midfield, England was still comfortable because it was not in their game plan. They already removed it from from approaching the game from the midfield. They were trying to approach it from the flank. That's why you see sometimes you wonder why he can't take Foden out, he can't take Saka out. No, he has positioned those players as targets in those wide areas. You understand? And at every point in time, even though everybody is saying you're not passing, the midfield is not working, he doesn't care about it. What he cares about is how many passes goes to the wide areas. And in as much as the passes is going to the wide areas, he's comfortable. And if you take that mistake that happened in the second half away, that 46 minutes lack of concentration mistake, I think he got it spot on today. He got it spot on. The little passes that came into the midfield, they didn't lose it. And even the ones that they lose, it was more or less Spain gets the ball, you get the ball, they win it. But in terms of Spain using it to create any chance, it didn't happen. Not up onto the goal. I think England were fairly comfortable in the game.
All right, talking about Spain national team, do you see what is happening with Fabian Ruiz? Rodri was out, I think, at the halftime, and he was replaced, and the midfield seemed intact. It didn't even look like somebody left the midfield. Yeah. It was intact, and their play today was really fantastic. How would you commend the effort of that Fabian Ruiz, and the effort of Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, and Dani Olmo? Don't forget to Cucurella.
Yeah. Okay. I think one thing that happened in today's game that I think is good for Fabian Ruiz was that Rodri getting that, whatever happened that they substituted him, because he deserved his flowers in this tournament. He has been on top of his game. And you know, when you are beside Rodri, it's very easy for Rodri to cast his shadows over you. You're playing well, but Rodri is the player that is more popular, more prominent. So it's easy for people to say, wow, Rodri, the midfield is perfect and everything. But today, when Rodri left the midfield and then the midfield still didn't change in terms of performance, that tells you that Fabian Ruiz has been a key man there. For me, he's the player of the tournament because he mounted Spain's midfield in this tournament in such a way that you remember it was peak Spanish midfield performance when they had the Xavi, the Alonso pivot. So I think Fabian Ruiz was just excellent. Him and him alone deserve to be player of the tournament. He was just immaculate. And if you look at what's it called, the Spanish defense, Laporte was incredible. That boy was incredible. Him and Nomad. I don't think there's anybody in the world of football that is expecting that type of pairing to be so solid. Nomad there's little or nothing we know about him. I think he has just moved from Sociedad to Atletico, and then Laporte is in Saudi Arabia. For those two guys to come together with Carvajal and Cucurella, they were just fantastic. That back four was fantastic. And if you look at it, I think they considered a total of 4 goals in the entire tournament. 1 against Georgia, 1 against France, and then where did they concede again? I think 3, and then 1 against England. So I think the defense is just solid.
What about the flanks?
No. Nico Williams and Yamal they've been fantastic. If you look at those guys, you know, something happened before Spanish tournament started. There were a lot of backlash in Spain concerning bringing 2 black kids to the tournament. You know, this racist atmosphere and everything. You know, Vinny had it when he was at Madrid, and then people were saying, why take them there? Why, okay, take one and leave one. But the coach, he has been managing the unders from the underage group for Spain. So he had the bravery, the courage to bring Nico and Yamal into the tournament. And honestly, they paid his full bill. They were fantastic from the kickoff of the tournament to the last minute. They were awesome. Yamal holding flanks, Nico, those boys were just incredible. They were beautiful. If anything, I think Nico Williams has upped his transfer fee. And then even now, Barcelona will know that they have a gem in their hand in the player of Yamal.
All right, talking about Fabian Ruiz now in PSG now, I think he will be getting more invites, moves. You know, people or clubs will be now, you know, requesting for his signatures and, you know, trying to get him to sign.
But one thing that we need to give credit to the Spanish national team coach. You know why? You know, the way he made his calls, the player he picked, they were not players that were like Spanish top tier names. You get it? They were. I think he's somebody who really went. He was watching the entire league games. See, in this Spanish team, I'm talking about not even the squad itself. The prominent 11. You had 3 Sociedad players. Oyarzabal was playing. Merino was playing. What's the name of this guy? Nomad. He was playing. So that tells you this man actually was doing his job. Well, no, kudos to the man. He did a fantastic job in the selection. The selection was just top notch, top notch. To think that they didn't even have a number 9 because Morata wasn't there in terms of impact, and yet in terms of goal scoring, they were not lacking. Honestly, I give it to the man. I give it to the man. I give it to him.
But for me, I think there is something Morata adds to the team, giving that team balance up there, making sure that, experience, making sure that the 5 and 6 of these people are not at rest at any moment of that game. Round up, what can you say about the performance of England and stating the best player of their tournament? And, how did they play?
Well, I think if you look at the English squad, I think they should hold their heads high. They did well. It's not easy to go to one Euro final and then another tournament you've qualified to another final again. And it's just so sad that both times they met a very good opposition. The last time they met Italy, and then this time again it was Spain, and it was Spain in form. And honestly, Spain is one team that they are very, very good when it comes to winning finals. And for Gareth Southgate, I think he has earned the right to keep being the England boss. He knows what he's doing. And if you look at the way he's playing, I was a heavy critic of Southgate. But if you look at what he has done this tournament, I think I have to give it to him the way he has managed his talent. There were players that you feel like, put this guy, put that guy, put this guy. But no, he has managed to put some players in and then some players on the bench for impact. And when those players came in, the impact was felt. So I think he has done well in that regard, and he has earned the right to go ahead and be the manager, even for 2026 World Cup. They should give him the contract, and then he should just make sure that in the next tournament or in the next distance play, he should have a number 9 and a number 10 that understands how to play with themselves, because it was obvious Jude and Harry Kane didn't have the chemistry from the beginning of the game to the end of from the beginning of the tournament till the end. The chemistry wasn't there. Those two players are not bad in their regards, but I think in terms of playing together, they didn't have it. It didn't come. And kudos to them. Kudos to Southgate. Kudos to his backroom staff. They got it spot on. The selection of the players too, and the way they manage the players. I think the management now, I want to give him all the credit. He managed them fantastically.
All right. So amazing way to end this Euro 2024 tournament, and it's a fantastic win for Spain. In this regards, it's a fantastic, and we are really sorry for England for not clinching the trophy. And please, guys, this is the end of today's show. And if you are not following this page, please do well to follow this show. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, also go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Football Analysis 247. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.